All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As we have discussed at length earlier today with Major General Paul Vallely and, of course, with Lieutenant Colonel Rick Francona, both retired. The Senate was poised at that point to pass the budget deal, and they have now passed it, as we reported at the top of this hour, and that includes cuts to our veterans. And joining us right now is momentarily is Babette Maxwell, the founder of Military Spouse Magazine. Now, let me just tell you that her husband is an active duty naval officer who plans to retire soon after serving almost 2 decades, serving our country for 2 decades, 20 years. And Babette is the the co-founder and executive editor of Military Spouse Magazine. And are we ready to go? Yes. Hello, Babette. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you doing?
Fine,
Actually,
thanks.
not so great, but I'm here.
I hear you. Thanks for joining us. Well, you held a town hall meeting online, and you were urging the Senate to vote this deal down because of the budget cuts to the veterans and the benefits taken away from the veterans. And they not only didn't they do it, but I think that they had 66 votes, if I'm not mistaken, which meant a significant amount of Republicans. Are you disappointed?
Horribly. The outcome of today is a mass breach of promise from our congressmen who gave us their word that they would grandfather in our benefits for our active duty retirees and the past retirees. And we've learned today that not only did it include our disabled veterans, but it also includes our surviving benefit spouses. So not only have they targeted our disabled, they've targeted our deceased.
Why do you think, and I asked this before of other guests, but you're the most direct in touch, and your husband's still active, and why do you think they couldn't at least accommodate the people you just mentioned and grandfathered in those who are still active duty? Why?
Well, I think there are a lot of reasons, and there are a lot of speculations as to what genuinely occurred. First and foremost is that this bill was brought forward without going through the proper channels. The commission that the president directed Congress to create to evaluate our retirement benefits was not consulted, nor were the armed services committees. Senator Sessions brought that up today in debate right before they voted, and we could not agree more with the senator on those points. Now, as to why they feel like this is the will of the people, I have no idea. It most certainly is not the will of the people. I can't imagine a nation that would support taking away earned benefits from those who have given of their life and of their limb.
I know I talk about the Republicans in the Senate, and that has to be a disappointment. It's a disappointment to me. I don't know how political you want to get or are. But Paul Ryan also has been a disappointment to me, the author of this budget deal on the Republican side in the House. And, he made a comment, and maybe you're more aware of it than I am specifically, but he made a comment about, lots of, retirees have second jobs when he was asked about these cuts to veterans. And, I mean, did he actually say something like that, and implying that, maybe our veterans should go get another job and if they need the money as an answer to why are you cutting their benefits?
Well, that was certainly the implication. I believe he said it on more than one occasion, but that's really not the point. The point is that these retirement benefits are earned benefits, and they are in exchange for retirees who have already served. So this isn't about future generations or people that will sign on the dotted line under different terms. This is in compensation for people who have already served their time. And that's the point that we want to make, is this is not a social welfare program. We do not have union representation. We rely solely upon our government to represent us. And these are benefits that we have earned through our commitment to the military. Many service members, in fact, were given options to get out early, but because their training was so specialized, the military asked them to stay in. And so they gave up seniority and equity in the civilian sector and marketability at a younger age in order to serve their nation because their nation asked them to. And this is how they're rewarded. This is absolutely deplorable.
We're talking about Babette Maxwell, founder of Military Spouse Magazine, here on the Steve Malzberg Show. Her husband's still active duty after 20 years, planning to retire. So how does this affect the average military retiree? If you could paint an average military retiree for us.
Certainly, and to put a number to it, Retirees can expect anywhere from $300 to $500 reduction in their monthly government retirement benefit. I mean, that's the short version of it. And what they would do with that money is immaterial. Whether they have another job is immaterial.
Right. It's theirs. They earned it, and they were
terms.
promised it. You're right. You're absolutely
That's right. These were the terms under which these service members agreed to serve their 20 years. And the government, Congress, they've already gotten their time out of these people. So it's not like they can say, oh, well, if you're going to change the terms of our agreement, then I'm going to leave. That's no longer an option. In a lot of cases, these people have already retired, and they've already gotten to that 20-year mark, and now Congress comes after their pay.
All right. What can you do? What could military families do, veterans, and what could we do? Tell us in closing here. Is it too late? Is it now done? And
No, it is by no means too late. Next, this will go to the Commander-in-Chief. Now, we recently received a tweet from John McCain who says he is absolutely confident that they will repeal this when they come back after the first
You
of the year.
You mean the provision in the bill?
Yes.
But yet John McCain voted for it, I believe.
Shockingly, a disabled veteran voted to take money from disabled veterans.
Yeah.
And we're shocked at that. He is one of us. If anyone could or should understand, it should be Senator McCain. And we urge him to do everything in his power to make certain that that provision is repealed. And we have assurances from the Senate Armed Service Committee that they will revisit this upon the first of the year. But again, this is a promise. And as we know, all we've asked from the beginning is that Congress keep their promise.
Yeah. Listen, you're a great spokesman for the cause, Babette, and I know your husband's very proud of you. And keep the faith, and we'll have you back, and we'll see if we could get this undone.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Have a Merry Christmas. Babette Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Founder of Military Spouse Magazine here on the Steve Malzberg Show. Shockingly, a disabled vet has taken money from disabled vets. He is one of us. That is great comment from Babette Maxwell. All right, folks, call your senators, call your congresspeople. They're not going to overturn the budget, but at least maybe they could get rid of this provision in it and do what's right. We're coming back. Robert Davi will sing for us and talk with us on the Steve Malzberg Show. Don't go away.